Okay, Hit It Monkey update Thursday, October 9th. Uh sorry so late guys, but I got back to the pad a little late. But today was a trippy day, right? I thought it was cool though. But I mean up 30, down 30, up 30, down 30. It's just crazy in the ES. So let me show you let's go to that real quick. Well, let me show you what I did today. Well, all I did today was I put on another SPY for $1.32 credit. This is a mini golden gecko because I did not buy. I just kept it 5 strikes wide because I wanted to show you folks what for those of you with smaller accounts, how you can still do it and preserve your capital. So I put it up on the forum actually right here. If you have a question, you guys can do a real quick shout. Do a shout on the shout box. Like I think Balboa Jeff asked me these. I'll try to answer these questions today for beginners on how to read my charts. But today I think I have the pictures here, so I'll show you my VIX and my two trades here, the VIX and the SPY, the mini golden gecko. So let me load this up real quick. I don't know why. Oh my god, what's up? I gotta get on your computer. Okay, anyway, that's taking too long. Anyway, I'll just show you guys what I did. So anyway, I sold the 200 call. I brought it down to 200. The high was 200, 201.90, I think, the last time. So I sold the call at 200. So I'm betting it'll be below 200. And I also sold the 179 put for $1.32 credit. Now my strikes are only five wide. What that means is, look, if I sold the 179, I bought the 140. That's only $5 away, right? Same thing. I sold the 200 and I bought the 205. This preserves capital and makes it a lot easier to trade if you have a small account. It also preserves your risk. So finally loaded. Let me bring that up to you here. So where is it? Oh, I don't have a picture of it. Yeah, it's the same one. All right, never mind. That was a waste of time. Sorry. All right, so let me show you what I did. Here's the SPY today. All right. So all I did, well, come on, load. Okay, perfect. So I'll zoom in here real quick. Yeah. So anyway, today, the market went all the way down to, like, geez, what is this? 190. The market went lower. It hit 190. Well, after hours, it went as low as 192.51 today. No more than that. Okay, 191. It's pretty much today. That's where it ended. Look at this nice IV rank pop. This is at 63. It ended at 63 today. That's pretty high, because if you scroll back to even end of July, it's got as high as 61. So it beat July. Okay, so you could see this freaking thing shoot all the way up to 75. That could push this lower. So we'll see. OBV cross, look how down it is. It's red. It's way down here. Slow stochastic is all the way down to 19. You know what I mean? Last time it went even lower, so this could go a lot lower, guys. All right. And then, so if you miss trades, here's where you put on your golden geckos. Right here. Okay, because look what last time. Remember, you caught this. See, if you didn't put on any trades yet, right? And like I said, remember I talked about the hard part is when you put on a trade here and then vol pops like this, right? That works against you. But if you're all the way at the top, I mean, you got very little risk as far as doing your golden geckos. It still hasn't closed below this 50%, 193.95. So we'll see. But the bears got claws, like Tom was saying. Now let's look at after hours ES, the /E minis right here. Basically, it got down. Let me show you how low it got down to, like 1917, which is 191.70 on the SPY. It got pretty low after hours. Here, let me zoom in here. So this is today, and this is after hours. So look, I'll zoom in even closer. Look at that. right? It's at 19. It closed after hour at 1919. Okay. So on the ES, it has closed below this 50% line, which is right now after hours. It's right down here after hours, 1994, bounce back up to 1924. We shall see what happens. Look at the IV rank on the S and on this the ES futures is E-mini 500 futures 75.89. Okay, so OBV cross is negative. This is very um uh very bearish. Who knows what'll happen tomorrow? Let's see. So what can you trade? So let's go back to the SPY. So remember, what did I trade? I traded the 200 call, which means I bet it would stay under 200, right? So what I did was right here. Yep, I bet it'll stay under 200, and I bet it'll stay above 179. Okay, so basically I'll zoom in right here. So on the SPY, I'm betting, see the high was 201.90, 202 basically, right? I skewed it. I bet by the November expiration date, which is right. Ooh, I'll zoom in. I'll zoom out one more. Right here, this expiration, I'm betting that the SPY will stay below 200, which is this line, right? Which is right about here, and above 180. What did I say? 181. Oh, this is the. Oh, sorry. Here, where is it? Yeah, the 179 put. Okay, so take a look. 179 is right. Oh, I gotta zoom out a little bit. So here's here's 184, right down here. So we gotta scroll out a little bit. Yeah, here's 175. So 179 is right here. So basically, I'm saying I gave myself room to the downside, right? I'm betting that by November expiration, it'll still be above 179 and below 200. All right, now I was able to click $1.32 for that with a nice IV rank pop. So I thought that was super cool. So you guys can do the same thing. Okay. Now, what I did do is I was looking for stuff and I was just scrolling. I did a little real quick search. Take a look at the VXX real quick. And I'm gonna add a study. Let me see if I can go like this. All right. So here's the VXX. All right. Now here's what I noticed. I'm gonna zoom in, kind of like this. All right. And then I'm gonna go to studies, and I'm gonna add a study real quick. All studies right here, and I'm gonna add the ADX. All right. That's this bottom chart right here. Now all I noticed was that, look, see right here, it's 25, right? And kind of decreased like this, and it's been like that. So that's when and we have high IV rank, right? So that's what I'm going to put on I guess I'm going to call it the Hono Hono trade, which is that synthetic straddle. Okay, what am I talking about? I'm betting that the stock this underlying will stay within the really tight range like this, right? Here's what I mean. Look when it did it the last time. Where's 25? Here's 20. What is this? 27. Then it drops down. 20. Here's 25 right here. Okay. How do I know that? Just for you new people, when I put my crosshairs here, I'm looking at the numbers over here on this side. So see, there's 28 as I'm scrolling down. 26. Here's 20, right around 25. It's right around. Wait, hold on. Right about August 22nd or so. Okay, right around August 22nd, it broke below 25. Maybe the 23rd. Yeah, let me see right here. Yeah, maybe the 25th. Look at August 25th. It broke below 25, right? And it kind of stayed there, went lower. So let's say since August 26th. Okay, now the difference is IV rank was low at this time. See right here, IV rank was at about 41. But I was just looking at this ADX, this trend getting weak. So when the trend gets weak like this, it usually stays into a holding pattern. So I could have sold that Hono Hono, and look how tight this range stayed. You know what I mean? Would have made good money, okay? And remember now, if you look at that market measure, I think you want to hold it like 35, 30 days around there to collect 20, around 50% in max profit, but I'll double check. So just for fun today, what I did was I put on this VXX trade. Look at that. I collected $3.33. And what I did was I put together this trade where I sold right? The November expiration 34 call and the 31 put, 34.31 put. Okay, so look what that looks like. So look how tight that is. Here's 30. In fact, you know what? I'm going to bring it back over so you can see. I'm making it closer to the. Okay, look. So I sold the 34 call, which is right around, you know, right here, right? And the 30 what? 2 put. Oh, what did I say? Crap, hold on, cracker. Um, yeah, 31 put, 34 call. So the 31 put is right here. I mean, like really tight. And I skewed it up to the upside. Okay. Only why I could see this. This is positive, right? So I'm betting it'll go higher. And I'm betting vol IV rank on the VXX will collapse and the VIX will rise a little bit. All right. And I'm betting it'll stay in this tight range. So I'm betting these Bollinger Bands will collapse. It's just been something I'm playing with based on the studies. I just added a twist. So I'll show you last time this happened. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to show where this might right here. It's 15. Well, I'm trying to find a place where see that where IV rank look right here in March 3rd. IV rank was at 63.87 63 IV rank was at 63% and ADX was at 15. Started to drop and it went into this narrow range. So I'm just kind of looking for times when that would have happened. So oh yeah, right here. If you look back on February 13th this year, okay, take a look. IV rank was almost at 50. Okay, then this ADX started coming down, right, below 25, and then it stayed in this range, I guess, from here all the way to even this expiration, right? You would have collected full profit almost. Okay, well, not full, but 50 to 75% of max profit. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at here to happen here. So what that looks like in Doe is I'll show you both trades, all right? I'm going to do two parts. After this video, part two will be going over all the charts just for new people so you kind of know what I'm looking at. All right, so let's look at this VIX trade, this VXX, and I'll show you how I put it on. I'll go to the trade page, and I'm gonna do both real quick. Okay, so VXX, hopefully I can use the next 3 minutes. So here's all I did. I put in VXX. I went to choose strategy. I went to Iron Condor, right? Like I'm gonna do a golden gecko. So I placed the golden gecko like usual. But then, oh, I don't know if this is going to show up because it's after hours. Okay, yeah. See, so what I did from there is all I did was I grabbed the width of the strikes and I brought them in. Okay, I just kept on clicking it and clicking it, clicking it till it came real close. Okay, like that. Okay, and then, wait, hold on, let me check. 34, yeah, like this, right? And then all I did was I skewed it down a little bit. Okay, giving me more room to the upside, I think is what I did. And that's all I did. And here, take a look. I'm only the most I can lose is 125, but I can make 375 bucks. Okay, yes, my probably profit is 37% low. Okay, so what's my edge? My edge is high IV rank and that ADX. That's what I'm hoping will give you my edge. And this tells you where you're. As long as I stay between 28.25 and 36.75 in this case, because it's different now, you know you're gonna make your money. So 28.75 and 36.75. So let me move that away. Okay, so 28.75. So as long as it stays above here and below what? 36.75. So as long as I stay this green area right here, this whole green area, as long as it stays over here, I make money. Okay, and VIX has notoriously been, you know, pretty no, what's the word I'm looking for? It hasn't been very volatile. VIX has been kind of mellow. So that's what I did. Okay, SPY real quick. Here's all I did. And the market was trading down. I was like, okay, I just did the same thing. I did my golden gecko, but I skewed it to the downside because here's all the positions I have on already. All right, so all I did was I went, okay, choose strategy, same thing, right? And all I did was skew it. I'll zoom in if I could. Okay, now here, look, these are the strikes are only $5 apart. Why? Because look, I risk less money. Okay, and then all I did was, can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah. Okay, and all I did was skew it to the downside. I knew 205 was too high. The last time it went, if I'm bearish on the market, the last time the market got to was 201.90. So all I did was I